One well-known crypto personality named John Sfraga has just pled guilty to a $1.3 million Ponzi scheme. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys. Available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. And StealthEX, a privacy-centric crypto exchange which enables you to make crypto-to-crypto exchanges anonymously. Hi everybody, and welcome back again to another episode of Enter Crypto with me, Chris Kenyon. Now in today's video we're going to be talking about a Ponzi scheme. This particular Ponzi scheme has been headed up by a crypto personality, quite a well-known one, called John Sfraga. And so as always guys, let's quickly jump straight into this article, see what it's about, see what we can learn, and then we'll comment after. So crypto personality John Sfraga has pleaded guilty to wire fraud, admitting to deceiving more than a dozen victims into investing in fictitious ventures, including fraudulent crypto schemes. Sfraga convinced a victim to invest in a fictitious crypto virtual wallet, the US Department of Justice declared in a May the 17th statement. The agency elaborated that Sfraga has experience in podcasting and the crypto industry, including hosting crypto events in New York. He promised the victims returns on their investments as high as 60% in 3 months, the DOJ added. However, Sfraga was operating a Ponzi scheme where returns paid to earlier investors came not from legitimate profits but from the investments of new participants. In reality, however, Sfraga converted the monies to his own benefit, to pay expenses and to pay earlier victims and business associates, the DOJ explained. And several of Sfraga's victims were reportedly friends and neighbours whose trust he betrayed to swindle over $1.3 million of their hard-earned savings. Such gains are not unusual in the crypto market, as Bitcoin rose 65% over 3 months this year, from January the 24th to April the 24th. And at the time of publication, Bitcoin is trading at $66,000. Several altcoins have seen much larger returns over the same period. Pepe and Dog with Hat rose by 722% and 656% respectively. This case follows a series of crackdowns on crypto fraud, and on May the 15th, Cointelegraph reported that the DOJ charged brothers Anton Pere Bueno and James Pepe Bueno with conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Actual wire fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering. The brothers allegedly obtained $25 million in crypto in approximately 12 seconds, using a scheme that undermined the integrity of the blockchain. And just a month earlier, on April the 4th, the former head of legal and compliance for the multi-billion-dollar OneCoin fraud scheme was sentenced to 4 years in jail after admitting she helped launder millions of dollars. So if you look through this case and you dig a bit deeper, you'll see that the Department of Justice has actually detailed that Sfraga has misappropriated these invested funds, if you can call it that. They're obviously not invested in anything, they're invested in a Ponzi, but for the people that invested in their money into it, it was an investment, as far as they knew anyway. And he's used this for his own benefit. He's covered his own things like personal expenses. He's been repaying, which is what Ponzi's are built on. He's been basically accepting more and more investors, and he's been paying earlier investors with some kind of interest rate or something like that, or yield, so that they think that it's actually legitimate. In reality, he's just spending all the initial capital, all the money is just... But he needs to keep getting more and more new investors in order for the Ponzi to work. If that stops, the whole thing comes crashing down. And so he's been repaying earlier victims and other sort of business associates instead of generating legitimate profits, which is what he promised. And the worst thing about this, he's actually done this to his neighbours and his friends. So that's terrible. I mean, really, really bad. And sometimes cases like this, this one's not that big. I know $1.3 million is a lot of money to a lot of people. It's a lot of money to me. But they can, when they get in the press and in the media, it can give, instead of it focusing on him, which this article does focus on him, but it can erode public trust in the crypto, within crypto, and especially for outsiders looking in. So any sort of new investors can become more skeptical about entering this space because they're worried that they'll fall victim to any similar scams. And it also brings more regulatory scrutiny from the government and regulators. We start getting their attention as well when there's more fraud, obviously. And we actually give them more of an excuse to come down hard on us as well. So they're never good, these fraud cases. I know it's bad anyway, but I just mean there's, out more than what's put to you in the first instance. It actually has quite a lot of ramifications for crypto in general, because they're going to have more scrutiny over crypto. This can lead to tighter regulations from governments, and then regulatory bodies may then impose more stringent rules to protect investors. Well, that would be the narrative that they say anyway. There is also the plus side though. So on a positive note, these types of cases can also raise awareness among crypto users, because we start being more vigilant, we start being more aware, and we start understanding the risks associated with investing in crypto, and especially crypto schemes. So we'll get more cautious and be willing to do more research and more due diligence before we commit to things, which is, we're basically educating ourselves, which is a great thing. So it's a kind of we don't know, it's a negative and a positive. And cases like this, sometimes because crypto is so new, it can give way to legal precedent. And so, because these cases haven't happened, I know frauds happen, but with crypto, a lot of these cases, when they get to court, just because crypto is a new technology, they haven't seen things like this before. I'm not saying this particular case is brand new, but I mean just in general that we get a lot of legal precedent with crypto, and this can set a new way of doing things. A judge can rule in this case, and then in the future, if we have another similar case, well, then the defence or the prosecution in the future case can then say, well, this is how it happened last time, so you have to follow that ruling. And so it actually affects future court cases based on the legal precedent that happens today in this case, for example. But one of the biggest benefits from stuff like this, and I've seen a lot on Twitter when we get a lot of negative news, like fraudulent behaviour, or that we get any negative press really, the crypto community, often it comes together and we sort of rally together. We share a lot of information and warn a lot of other people, as many as we can, about potential scams. So this is really good. This can enhance sort of community efforts to self-regulate, which is what we all want. We don't need the government protecting us, and so we can actually help each other and protect each other by sharing information and educating each other and helping each other from and keeping each other away from these sort of fraudulent schemes. So that's what I've got for you today, guys. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. And I'll see you all tomorrow evening. Take care.